Riffs are too repetitive, the lyrics make no sense. All the songs are B-sides and the cover art's a mess. There's so much here to tear apart. Listen to it for a week, now that week has passed. Here's Why I Hate This Album podcast with Tim and Garrett.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Why I Hate This Album. I am one of your hosts, Garrett Harvey. With me as always, Princess Peach to my Mario, co-host extraordinaire, Timothy Richardson. Tim, how you doing, buddy?
It has been rough, Gary.
No, I would imagine. Enlighten the listener, please. What's been so difficult for you?
Everyone knows, I think, at this point that I have been on a super secret mission, and I mean, it was a sort of success. So that's good, I guess.
I don't know that it's well known. I certainly have not said anything. I noticed you added super secret. You were, in fact, on a mission. That is true. And I'd love for you to give us the breakdown, give us the details. How did that mission go? You're starting off from the point of success. That's a bit of a surprise to me. Take us through it, Tim. What have you been up to?
Oh, Garrett, he was upriver. There was a jungle village. He'd grown a beard. I think you'd appreciate that. He was wearing an eye patch, but I am so sure it was him.
Tim, of whom do you speak?
Let me set the stage here. South China Sea.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think so. I think I got it this time. It was not near Spain, if that's helpful at all.
It's encouraging.
You remember the marine biology vessel that you sent our very first intern Brad out on?
Of course.
All right.
To complete his first college degree, yes.
Yes. So that was destroyed. Not destroyed. There were large chunks of it left. But it was on a beach in what I believe to be the South China Sea. So I went upriver, as one does.
Upriver.
The Yangtze.
Ah, all right. Okay.
He's different, Garrett. He's more confident.
So you found Brad, is what you're telling me.
I believe so. Again, there was a bearded man with an eye patch who commanded a group of interns. He referred to them as interns. And, you know, when you're caning an intern, like you specifically, you know, right at the end, that thing you do with your wrist?
Oh, yeah, the pop.
Wait, we don't need to name it. We don't need to give away our secrets.
Sure.
This man, this bearded Brad, had perfect form. It was as if I was watching you on the Yangtze River. It was a pirate Lacostier, Garrett. It was a curtsying pirate Lacostier. It was...
Wow.
Anyway, he said
you did not approach.
I said hi. I stayed for dinner. He didn't say that much to me.
And you believe it to be our long-lost missing intern, Brad.
I think it was him.
But you didn't ask if he'd like to come back.
I was a little intimidated, to be honest.
Interesting.
Yeah.
By a Brad, no less.
By a Brad. And, you know, we've had several Brads write into the show. We've done episodes on several Brads. They've never been intimidating. I know Brad. Our Brad. You put an eye patch and a beard. Hey, he was real good with a sword.
A sword?
He had a sword. Garrett, he is a pirate Lacostier.
Wow. Tim, at any time did you fear for your own personal safety mingling within the pirates?
Oh, absolutely not, Garrett.
Excuse me, interns.
No, here's the thing. A Brad, be he pirate king or not, is always subservient to a Garrett or a Tim. So I knew,
of course,
if it really got down to it, I could cane their leader and I could become pirate Lacostier as well. I could curts the situation, but I don't really want to live in that stink village.
I was just going to say, let me applaud you, Tim, for denying yourself the pleasure of becoming a pirate king.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that sounds really great on paper, but at the end of the day, it's just a bunch of dudes hanging out together, not showering a bunch, getting limes. They don't get scurvy. It's not that fun.
I didn't see a single lime.
Oh, so much scurvy.
Brad's always had scurvy.
No, scoliosis.
Oh.
Yeah, curvature of the spine.
Right.
Yep.
So now he has two things.
Maybe they'll be friends. So I certainly would not characterize this as a success. The mission was to bring Brad home, rescue Brad.
Sorry, I also forgot to mention, he did do a little bit of the statistical analysis for this episode.
Of course.
Oftentimes, pirate kings will do statistical analysis for you if you ask.
I think it's pirate law. They have to do it.
Right. I've watched those Pirates of the Caribbean movies. I know what to say. There's very specific words.
Savvy. There's a lot of that. I think that's every other word. Okay. Sad to hear that you didn't bring Brad back. Happy to hear that he's got his own ragtag bunch of guys.
Interns. He's got interns.
Wow. Our interns have interns.
Yeah. We're basically running a multi-level marketing campaign at this this point.
So will his interns do our bidding?
Oh, absolutely, Garrett.
Transitive properties of interns?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're like their super bosses.
We're their gods.
Yes.
Anyway, we're getting a bit off topic. Glad to have you back, Tim. Let's get into it. What album have we been listening to this week?
We've been listening to Cardi B's Invasion of Privacy, released April 6th, 2018, the exact same day as Lil Xan's Total Xanarchy. That is something Brad told me. He just knew that off the top of his head, weirdly.
This might not be our Brad.
That's true. This was suggested by Ellen A. Will 130 on iTunes. Please don't request things in iTunes reviews. And Manny Hernandez.
You think it was the Manny Hernandez?
It's always the Manny Hernandez. He's a very loyal listener. Good guy.
Tim, do you hate this album?
I don't. However, I may just be intimidated into not hating it at the moment. I am, as we all know, a natural coward, and she's a little scary. Like, I don't want to say that she is a menace, but she is menacing. Perhaps if you get there, I will find the courage to get there seconds after you, if not simultaneously. Maybe. As we listen to Cardi B together, we can work up the courage. I help you out a little, then you help me out a little. Back, forth, you, then me, then you, then me, until we're both just ready to explode our respective hatred all over this album, forgetting our troubles, if only for a minute.
Eloquently said. We'll see. I don't know.
Do you hate this?
Nah, I don't. I really don't. It's crazy. I was so ready to hate this. I don't. Not yet. I'm willing to get there, Tim, as you put it very tastefully. But as of right now, I don't hate this album. I borderline enjoyed it from time to time. I'm curious, Tim, is this the first time your B has been Cardi'd?
It's the first time I know of that I've heard any of these songs. I kind of know the name, and I think we talked about her on the Nicki Minaj episode, maybe, but I don't think I've ever heard any of her songs. What about you, Garrett? Is this the first time you've ever Cardi'd your Bacardi? Nope, I can do better. Is this the first time you've ever blooded your Crip?
I don't know if that's better. I had heard Bodak Yellow.
Okay.
I have been lightly following the story that is Cardi B, only because I think she's funny.
Sure. Here's the thing. I would much rather have listened to 48 minutes of her doing an interview.
Oh, yeah.
Because that seems entertaining.
Yeah, she'll talk some shit.
Yeah. And I mean, she talks a lot of shit on this album.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
But I'd prefer her to just be talking shit, not rapping or singing shit.
Sure. And we're going to get into it. But before we do, Tim, take us on a journey. Help us understand, who is Cardi B and how did Invasion of Privacy come to be?
Belcalis Marlenis Almanzar. Belcalis Marlenis Almanzar, or Cardi B, as I have nicknamed her. It's a Tim Richardson original. Was born in 1992 in the Washington Heights neighborhood of New York City, then raised in the Bronx. Her friends nicknamed her Bacardi. In an interview, she said, "My sister name is Hennessy, so everybody used to call me Bacardi. And then it was my Instagram name, like Bacardi or Bacardi B, but for some reason my Instagram kept getting deleted, and I think it was Bacardi that had something to do with it, so I just shortened it to Cardi B." She attended Renaissance High School for musical theater and technology in New York, while apparently becoming a member of the Bloods violence gang. And I always assumed violence gangs were populated almost exclusively by men, so good for them for being so progressive.
Couple things. I notice you're calling them violence gangs?
Yes, I defer to Marge Simpson.
I knew I'd heard it somewhere. Second of all, now, my understanding, and I haven't checked in with the inner city gang community in a few years, but it used to be a female member of the gang could join that gang one of two ways. You could get jumped in, which is the standard way to get into the gang.
Sure, that's how we acquire new interns.
Exactly. Now, of course, we don't lay a finger on them. The interns jump them in. It's their tradition, not ours. We didn't start it.
Right. I mean, we do lay a cane on them from time to time when they deserve it, but that is strictly punishment.
Of course, I just mean during the initiation when they're joining the fellow interns. We don't lay a finger on them. We place bets, but we don't touch them. Anyway, you can get beat in like an intern for the show, or you can get sexed in. Now, I don't know.
Dear.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the same policy as the beating in, where it's bunch of fellas. I also don't know when you're beat in as a woman. Are you beat in only by women? again? I don't know.
Let's
I don't
drop
remember.
this topic entirely. How
That
about
sounds
that? She
like a
was
great
member
idea.
of the Bloods, however that took place.
And may still well be.
Yes. She worked at an Amish market in Tribeca, but got fired, and her manager recommended she become a stripper, which she did at 19, although she told her mom that all that glittery, sticky money she brought home as single-dollar bills was from babysitting. Gross.
Oh.
At 20 to 21, several of her Instagram and Vine posts got lots of attention on the social media. She was able to join a VH1 show, Love and Hip Hop, for seasons 6 and 7, quickly becoming the star of that show. In 2015, she performed on Shaggy's remix of Boom Boom, then did a music video for the song Cheap Ass Weave. 2016, she did a mixtape, Gangsta Bitch Music Volume 1, and a bunch of collabos with a bunch of random people, and then joined the cast of the BET show Being Mary Jane, also becoming an endorser of New York lingerie peddler Romantic Depot.
I don't even know what that last part means.
She was like in ads for Romantic Depot.
Oh, okay.
Lingerie.
Lingerie.
Yes.
Got it.
Sorry, I forgot you only hear it in that one way. In 2017, she released Gangsta Bitch Music Volume 2, another mixtape, then signed with Atlantic Records. She was the opening act for The Lox with Lil' Kim and did Hip Hop Squares, which, if you're wondering, is Hollywood Squares but for rapists. The Wikipedia timeline is a little messed up for this next part. In October 2017, rapist Offset proposed to her during a concert in Philadelphia, but Wikipedia also says that Offset and Cardi B married in September of 2017, so I don't know. Presumably he proposed after they got married. It doesn't matter. They broke up in 2018 after Offset cheated on her allegedly, but will be referenced repeatedly in this album. Released a sex tape. It was unclear if that sex tape was of the time he allegedly cheated on her. I did not watch it, but then they got back together. She started releasing singles from this album and performing on things like Jimmy Kimmel and The Wendy Williams Show. Bodak Yellow, the song that Garrett loves, hit number 1 on the Billboard 100, which was the first time a female rappist had done that since Lauryn Hill in 1998.
Wow.
She did a bunch more collabos, including being featured on a Bruno Mars song, then released her debut album, the album of the week, Invasion of Privacy, in April 2018. That week, she was the first female artist to have 13 simultaneous Billboard Hot 100 entries. So,
how?
Pretty good. I don't know.
Good Lord.
She was the musical guest on Saturday Night Live, on which she announced that she was pregnant, which astute listeners and historians of the show will note that that is a identical stunt to one that Gary pulled back in 1978, although he was at the time lying in an attempt to get money out of Chevy Chase.
Correct. Except I was not alive.
I expected more pushback on that. She did a collabo with Maroon 5, who we really need to do an episode on, won a bunch of VMAs, and was crowned Queen of Rap by NME. In 2019, she was in the film Hustlers with Jennifer Lopez, and she served as a judge on Netflix's Rhythm and Flow with Chance the Rapist and T.I. She was hired to be in F9, the fastest and most furious installment of Fast and the Furious to date.
That hasn't come out yet?
No, I don't think so.
I assume they're going to space for that one.
Space or hell, or New York. Maybe they take New York. I don't know, man.
My money's on space.
Also in 2019, an Instagram live feed somebody recorded from 2016 was made public that featured Cardi B saying that at some point in her life, she enjoyed drugging and robbing multiple men that she picked up in a club and then took to a hotel room to have sexual intercourse with her, allegedly.
Pretty hilarious prank.
Yep. Again, something Garrett was fond of doing in 1978. But again, 78. But it's all an attempt to get money out of Chevy Chase. I don't understand how it was supposed to work.
One of them was bound to be Chevy Chase.
That's fair. If you do that long enough, eventually a spider will snare themselves. Chevy Chase. Cardence.
I don't like this bit.
Cardence has a sophomore album planned. As far as I can tell, it will be called Tiger Woods and should be out later this year, or maybe early 2021. And that's the end of Cardi B's history. I was personally surprised to learn this was her debut album. I thought she'd been around for a bit longer than this. So I'm sure we'll revisit this at some point in the future.
I don't think this will be our last visit with Miss B.
Oh, I like that. Let's call her Miss B.
Ah, Christ.
Sounds like a middle school teacher. It's way less threatening.
Sure. That's great history. That brings us to general thoughts. I have some opinions. Let's talk about the music first, the beats.
All right.
What do you think of the beats?
I thought they were far more professional than I am used to hearing from rapists, but I am biased.
I agree. I like the beats.
Yeah, they're not bad. There's a couple of songs that I really dislike, but yeah, on the whole, musically, this is well produced.
I think it has a sound reminiscent of 90s era rap.
Yeah. So she is not bad at rapping. She's not bad at singing. Musically, it was a little bit more subdued, I think, than I was expecting. It was exactly as profane as I was expecting.
That's pretty great.
But it was a little bit less like crazy and in your face than a Nicki Minaj or a 6699. Again, the vocals, they're clear, they're easier to understand than our typical group of SoundCloud idiots or lulz.
I enjoyed this album more because I felt like she's really fucking trying.
Yes, I think so.
Like when we listen to the SoundCloud mumble bullshit, the lulz, I feel like they just hop in there and they're like, oh, whatever, we'll clean it up in Pro Tools. It doesn't really matter. And they're right. It doesn't.
Right.
But
how we
I
do
feel
this
like,
podcast.
Exactly.
It's kind of interesting, though, because thematically, this is SoundCloud rap, right?
Okay, so that's a great point. Let's break that down. These are still, while sounding musically better, these are all still the exact same themes of your average SoundCloud rapist. It's nice things, I'm a threat, I will not tolerate haters, and your choice of profanity and drugs.
Also, there's a lot of talk about fucking.
A lot.
The other thing, though, I heard so many brts and skrts. I was not expecting that. I'll be honest.
I have to admit something.
Oh, God. You put those in my copy?
Custom brts? No. Now, I still stand with you firmly in the don't need it in my life. Can't stand it. And I, like you, was shocked. They're everywhere. But I like a good skirt. I can't help it. I do it in a day-to-day activity. If I take a tight turn in okay.
It is obnoxious. Maybe that's why I don't like it. And maybe that's why you do like it. Your experience with them is me being irritated by them, so you're pro. And my experience is hearing you do them, so I am anti.
Makes total sense.
You want to take a guess at how many people worked on this album?
Honest to goodness guess. 621.
Very close, Garrett. 96 people are credited on this album. And
that's crazy.
That includes somebody named Invincible. That includes somebody named Cheese Beats. And that includes Garrett's fifth favorite DJ, DJ Mustard. Now, initially I thought that was a stupid name, but then Garrett pointed out it was probably a reference to the fact that his real first name is Dijon, but then I pointed out to Garrett that that's still stupid. So we wrestled for approximately 25 minutes, and if you don't count the biting, it ended in a draw, so we still don't have a conclusive answer on whether or not it's dumb.
Nope, but I still like it.
Yeah,
and
that's
he's my
fair.
fifth favorite DJ.
Since we have been listening to bad rap albums, I have learned so much about fancy watches, just in an attempt to fully understand the lyrics. Garrett, I might be the leading expert on bejeweled watches.
I don't want to go overboard, but I think we can confidently say right here on the show, you are at least in the top 2 foremost experts in the world on bejeweled watches.
Sure. Now here's the catch, Garrett. I will not be discussing any of the information I have learned in this episode or any other because it is an incredibly boring topic that should not be discussed in anything approaching entertainment.
We wouldn't put it in a podcast, let alone a song.
Absolutely. But it's so ubiquitous and just no one should care about this.
I struggle to care when a good friend of mine tells me about some neat thing they purchased. Much longer than oh, that's cool. I'm glad you're happy. You're a friend. But to have 13 songs that at least dedicate some portion of that song to how much you like nice things, and in most of those cases, watches, is obnoxious. And I don't understand why it's tolerated by the audience.
I agree. I think this might be the highest ratio of advertisement to actual song that we've heard. There is...
Even over Florida Georgia Line?
Oh, at least in rap. No, I guess that's technically rap too. God damn it. Okay, this is the second highest ratio of advertisement to actual song. There is so much product placement in here. Like, I have a weird urge to spend show money on a Bentley truck.
Oh, please don't do that.
We'll see. Garrett, I might have to. If any of the clips we play mention a Bentley truck, I'm doing it. I'm just doing it. The other thing that I just want to mention in the general thoughts, at least twice in this album, she insists that she is not a prostitute and has never been a prostitute. Now, we did dedicate a Texas Toast song to reinforcing the idea that no matter what you've heard from outside sources, from the various fake news media outlets, neither of us are or have ever been prostitutes. We know people are out there saying it, but we are not, and we were not. But
correct.
Importantly, that's only one not a prostitute song, right? She is over insisting, and it makes me a little suspicious, especially in light of that drugging and stealing claim.
I'm also going to point out several lyrics that make it sound like she's a prostitute.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair.
All right, well, we've talked about the beats, not bad. We've talked about her rapping ability, not bad.
Yep.
We've talked about the content of the songs, not so good. What else? Oh, the sheer vulgarity is pretty great. You know what I like about the vulgarity, Tim? The sex. Most of the time when we're dealing with most of our songs, honestly, but specifically rap, it's always dudes fucking bitches. And this is a woman who owns her sexuality.
That's true. I mean, you're going to hear Garrett or I say the word pussy probably 1,000,000 times. No, that's too much.
That's ridiculous.
Probably 752 times
each
in this episode. Oh, of course, each. Yes. No, we have to. This is a fun little quirk that Garrett and I have developed since we've been living together. Anytime one of us says pussy, other one has to say pussy.
Pussy.
Yep. I can't keep that bit up.
We can't do that. Mutually assured destruction clause?
That's fair.
All right. Folks, we're ending the bit right there because it would destroy this episode and each other. We have an emergency lever on this show. Congratulations. You guys have never seen it.
The point is that usually the rapists are talking about their dicks and fucking ladies. In this case, she's talking about her pussy and fucking dudes and sometimes ladies. It's like a half change of pace, and that's something.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed her empowered speech about intercourse. I will say, now you've intimated that Miss B is a touch intimidating to you.
Oh, very much so.
And that's likely her gang affiliations and repeated threats of violence.
Yeah, it's also her sexual prowess.
Okay, so that brings me to the other side of that coin. For me personally, and look, I love a sexy lady. And Cardi B, no one here's saying you're not a sexy lady. I am saying I am not enough man for Cardi B.
I am also saying you are not enough man for Cardi B.
Nobody fucking asked you.
Oh.
I know you're nowhere near enough man for Cardi B.
No. Garrett. I'm barely a man.
I would try. I just don't know that I could please a Cardi B. And Tim, I mean, we've covered it on the show. I don't need to go over this again and again. It's frankly just embarrassing. But of course, my fuck style is buck wild. So
sure.
Dynamite drop in, Tim. Yeah, absolutely. But still, I think, fall short. She is a much more experienced lover with higher expectations than I think I could deliver on. And I'm scared of her.
Yeah, because what if you don't please her, Garrett? She might kill you. Let's get into these songs.
Track number 1, Get Up 10. I was immediately thrilled that I could understand what she was saying.
Yeah.
And it's just a simple ask, people. Say the words.
Yes, enunciate. Don't be like Tim. Be like Garrett.
Sometimes I mumble pretty fucking bad.
Yeah, you
but
do.
All right.
Okay, so this song is, I guess, somewhat autobiographical. It's her rags to riches story, as almost all these songs are.
Yeah, they're all kind of the same.
Sure.
In general theme.
Right. But she says, look, they give a bitch 2 options, stripping or lose. Used to dance in a club right across from my school. I said dance, not fuck, get it confused. So there's the first time she's insisting she's not some sort of prostitute.
Right.
Had to set the record straight because bitches love to assume. Mama couldn't give it to me, had to get it at Sue's. I believe Sue's is the gentleman's establishment she used to strip at.
Correct. Right up top, she's setting the stage. I thought this was a really good first song for the album. For once, it's got good energy, gets me excited. I'm interested in listening to this album, impressed that I can hear her. She's turned up in the mix.
This is a good place to start. You've got the rags to riches story. You kind of introduce who you are without saying, my name is Cardi B and I'm here to say. The problem, though, she doesn't have another topic.
No.
Right?
And that's why you start to see more and more bragging about the things that she owns.
Yeah, this would be a good intro song to your album. It doesn't work if it's 13 songs in a row of this, though.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's why I hold out a very real possibility that I may hate this album, because it does become fairly monotonous.
There's haters, there's bragging about expensive shit that she is able to waste money on. And then, obviously there's going to be threats of gun violence on here, right? You've got
Of course. I was going to say, don't you dare miss that part.
You've got come shining with a roly bust face, headshot, tell 'em closed case, ain't no bitch spittin' like this '08.
I love that my gun reference is completely different.
Oh, I've got several written down, but I'd love to hear yours.
The thing on my hip whip bitches into shape. That's what I call a fucking waist trainer. You gonna run up on who and do what? I think y'all got your story screwed up. I came here to ball. Is you nuts?
Yeah.
She will shoot you with a gun, I think.
I think she might hit you with that gun, too.
Oh, you're very astute. Yes, a good pistol whipping is no laughing matter.
No. This is a thing I learned early on, Garrett. A lot of times, if you pistol whip somebody and you don't put that safety on, you're just going to shoot them in the chest halfway through.
This is where film and television really lets down their audience. People don't realize just how easy it is to set a gun off.
Yeah.
They're just waiting to go off. Use your safeties.
Absolutely.
She talks about how she gained her fame. She says, I started speaking my mind and tripled my views. Real bitch. Only thing fake is the boobs. So basically, this is what makes Cardi B so endearing. She actually got famous just for being very authentically herself.
Yeah, I mean, again, she kind of did that on reality shows, so I'm not 100% sure that that's...
Oh, well, yeah, for sure. But
accurate.
A lot of it started on social media. And
Yeah.
It seems to be roughly kind of the same person throughout.
Yeah, it's just her being sassy and or terrifying.
Serifying.
Yep.
Tassie.
The chorus of this song appears to be stolen from 18th century Ireland. It's the knock me down 10 times, but I get up 10.
9 times.
Yeah. Knock me down 9 times, but I get up 10.
Oh, is that from Ireland?
Yeah, Oliver Goldsmith, Garrett. Success is getting up just one more time, then you fall.
Oh, I thought it was from Batman.
Oh, no. I think they got it from Ollie, too. But this might be the one time in history where the Irish version was more eloquent.
Fuck you. What do we do when we fall down, Master Wayne?
You know what? That's more eloquent.
Goddamn right. I love that, Alfred. What else happens in this song? Oh, I loved this. So the line is, where that bitch that was claiming she was a threat, I'ma put a Louis Vuitton where her neck at. So very specific and odd language, till I found out she actually did this. On a Love and Hip Hop reunion show, Cardi took her shoe off and chucked it at a girl, and it hits her straight in the neck, like an Iraqi man insulting a state leader.
I love it.
There's a whole bunch of GIFs on it. Highly recommend you give it a quick Google. What's great is nobody sees it coming. Because, who would?
Who's throwing
and then
shoes?
She just hucks a woman's high heel shoe at her throat. Oh, she's the best. Track number 2, Drip, featuring Migos.
For clarity, because I did not know this, Migos is a trio of rapists consisting of Cardi B's husband Offset, Offset's cousin Quavo, and Quavo's nephew Takeoff.
Is it Quavo or Quavo?
I think you're biased from Quasi.
Quasi. I thought we'd seen Quavo before. Maybe it's Quavo.
Maybe. I don't know.
In
Who
either
cares?
event, you know what, Tim? Who gives a shit? You're right. So, song opens up very disappointingly. After the high highs of the opening track, I was on board. Tim, I thought this was going to be the first truly surprising I like this album. Unfortunately, opens with a shit ton of repetition, came through dripping, drip, drip. Diamonds on my wrist, they drip. Ice. 33 came through drippins.
There are. Did you count how many times the word drip was said?
Who could?
120. That's a Brad. Or some sort of pirate king.
Wow. Interesting. Okay. I believe it. So this is a song that is over 4 minutes long, and that seems to be one of the easiest ways for me to know if I'm going to enjoy any Cardi B song. I don't want it to cross the 4 minute mark.
Yeah. And part of this could have been cut out because apparently the Quavo verse and some of the instrumentals are exactly the same as the song Upscale that I have not heard.
Yeah, me either. Did you catch the very random Tina Turner reference?
I did. I really enjoyed learning about this, actually. This is the anime got cake by the pound bit.
Yeah.
You want to take us through it?
Sure. So the line is, fuck your baby daddy right now. Anime got cake by the pound. Get down, eat it up, don't drown. Mac and cheese in the bowl, how it sound. I got that gushy. Okay, so I was like, anime got cake by the pound. What the fuck is that? So Tim, I assume you went on the same journey I did. Come to find out that there was once a time where Ike and Tina Turner were having a lovely meal. And was it that Ike wanted Tina to have cake?
Well, I think he was annoyed because two people came up to get Tina's autograph but didn't ask for Ike's. And so he was just kind of pissed off. Apparently, Tina Turner did not eat dessert, and so Ike Turner screamed, "Eat the cake," anime, or something to that effect.
Yeah, I think he also may have shoved it into her mouth.
Oh.
Ike Turner was a monster. But I thought it was an interesting reference. Now, we can't really give her credit because, as Tim mentioned, a small army worked on this album. So It's hard to know who came up with what.
And also, I believe that this was previously referenced in a Jay-Z song, possibly.
Well, sure, but I'm not going to say that she took it from a Jay-Z song.
Oh, no, I'm just saying that it's out there in the popular culture. We just didn't know about it.
When she was saying mac and cheese in the bowl, how it sounded, I got that.
Yep.
Is this the second time that we are seeing, after the 6ix9ine boys, mac and cheese being used as a euphemism again for a woman's vagina, or as you like to say, pussy?
Pussy. God damn.
Don't do it, you fuck. We agreed we weren't going to do that.
I know, but I have the OCD. I believe that this is a reference to that because she says, mac and cheese in the bowl, how it sound. I got that gushy. Yeah, that's a fact, but I never been a pussy. So I think that's what she's saying. Maybe this is just a rapist.
Maybe this is a thing.
I don't know. Listeners, write in.
Do you refer to your female genitals as mac and cheese? And if so, why?
If so, stop.
You know what? That's fair. But also, why?
Yeah.
Does it resemble mac and cheese?
It doesn't.
It shouldn't.
If it does, don't write in. Go to the doctor immediately.
Favorite line on the song. I gotta work on my anger, might kill a bitch with my fangers. I love the way she says fangers.
Me too. Also, who's gonna question her on it? She threatened to kill a bitch with her fingers. There's a ton of violent references in here. A lot of weird, gross stuff as well. Put her on her knee, made her lick it, pay the price, and them boys come and wipe ya. We had to dispose of the diaper.
Oh, no.
And then there are the requisite brand name shout outs that she's probably not getting money for because a lot of rapists don't seem to understand how advertising is supposed to work. And this segment is, of course, sponsored by Snoop Dogg and Wendy's Baconator. The Baconator brings the meats. She talks about Gucci, Bentley, Tinder, Patek, Breitling, Piccadilly vacuum sealers, Jiffy brand peanut butter, Mako auto repair shops.
It's really, really weird. I want to spend a minute and I just want to talk about, I don't understand how the rich are spending their money. For example, I'm too rich to get into a fight. 50 racks got my jeans fitting tight. 50 racks. Racks what, $10,000?
Yeah, I assume she didn't spend that money on her
sure.
jeans.
No, I'm getting there.
Oh,
I'm getting there. So I believe this is Offset who delivers that line. I'm going to rob Offset.
Do it when Cardi B is not around, please.
Oh, yeah, she scares the shit out of me. But who's walking around with $500,000 in cash in their jeans? And why?
I don't know. Do you ever see The Wire where Omar's in prison and he tapes phone books to his chest so that he will not be stabbed?
Sure.
Maybe he's worried about his legs getting stabbed. Has
maybe.
a lot of spare cash laying around. I don't know.
Yeah. That brings me to my next point. The lines are, word my move, we too smooth. No indictments. Yeah, Freakazoid lightning. She has a multi-$1,000 custom Freakazoid diamond chain. Why?
You see somebody make a purchase like this and you're like, oh, okay, at least they won't be rich for long, but she's gonna be.
Yeah, I don't remember who has it. It might be Offset. In any event, doesn't matter.
Garrett,
if I have
when you're
that
married,
much...
When you're married, you share possessions, everything.
I'm not going to marry you. You're not going to have my things.
I threw your toothbrush out. Your
God
only
damn it.
option is for us to share a toothbrush or have filthy teeth. What are you going to pick, Garrett?
Filthy teeth.
Ah.
It's definitely Quavo.
Okay.
Perfect. Track number 3, Pickin' Head.
Get some money, ho. Tell me why you stressed. Now I said, hold down, G's up.
I do not like the switching the B's and the C's. It's not clever. It's one of those things that, like, when you're, I don't know, in middle school, you just, yeah, that's my thing. I switch B's and C's. Stop doing it when you're an adult.
Ooh, we could start calling you Rim.
No.
Rom?
Yes.
Why does everyone call you Rom? Well, my name's Tim, but everyone was calling me Tom, and then Garrett wanted to replace the T with an R, and so now I'm Rom.
While we're on the subject of Toms, praise be.
Praise be, Tom. So let's get into it, Tim. There's a bitch that ain't my bitch, then that bitch is a target. Lawyer is a Jew, he gonna chew up all the charges. I gotta stop here. That's not okay.
It's not. Did you read the genius lyric annotation for that?
Of course not.
Cardi B's lawyer is Jeff Kern from Shepherd Mullen, but it's unclear whether he's Jewish or not.
Guess what? Still not okay. Jesus Christ. I learned that guap means money.
As does bread and chicken, apparently.
I'd heard that.
Yeah, but you can't just have every word mean money.
Sure you can, Tim. Get that guap, guap. Get some chicken. Guap, guap. Get some bread. That sentence is that money, money, get some money. Money, money, get some money. You know, it really works.
You repeat that 3 times.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I'm just going to spare all of us that.
This song does go out to her nasty hoes, though.
And again, this show, pro nasty hoes.
Well,
nasty
not
hoes
nasty.
right in.
They don't have to be nasty, Garrett.
They don't have to be nasty. They don't even nobody has to be anything, Tim. We're just saying if you're a hoe and if you're a nasty hoe, we still support you.
Yes.
Nasty hoes right in.
Yes.
I don't know what about. You're hoedom?
No, don't do that. Verse 3 is sort of what I was expecting this to be about. This whole album, I mean. Pop that pussy like you ain't popped that pussy in a while. Pop that pussy like popping pussy is going out of style. Pop that pussy on the pole. Pop that pussy on the stove. Make that pussy slip and slide like you from the 305. Put your tongue out in the mirror. Pop that pussy while you drive. Spread them ass cheeks open. Make that pussy crack a smile. Lock your legs round.
God damn it.
Stop there.
Pussy.
Yep. Give him some vag. I'm getting a bag. Give him some ass. I'm getting some raff. When I'm done, I make him come.
Yep. You're jumping ahead. We need to address the pussies.
Oh, all right.
Okay. Tim, now I'm a little embarrassed to admit this live here on the show. And, you know, we're not sure if it's live. Could be. I had never really looked up scientifically what popping one's pussy is. Did you know? Do you know?
I don't. I assume you have some sort of scientific data for us.
Of course I do. Now, of course, I didn't rely on any sort of pirate king or anyone claiming to be a Brad, but I did have the interns look it up. And it turns out, how do I describe this without being gross?
You can't. So just lean into it.
Dive on in.
Dive on in.
Tim, apparently popping one's pussy, for the most part, there's variations, of course, but it is to bend at the waist, thus allowing the vagina to be seen from behind through the legs, and then sort of bending such that the ass cheeks open and the vagina becomes more exposed.
Okay.
Very erotic move. According to the interns, and I assume the internet, maybe they just asked each other, I have no idea, that is what popping one's pussy is. And all the various ways which you just described that one should.
Okay, well, let me highlight one of those ways. Pop that pussy on the stove.
Like popcorn, I guess.
Oh, gross. Don't do that, ladies.
Well, no, not physically.
Oh.
It's a
it's one of those, yes, analogy, simile, metaphor.
There we go. Continuing on from the disgusting lines you read, get a little spit, I'm getting it wet. I'll give it back, just give me a sec. Give him some vag, I'm getting a bag. Give him some ass, I'm getting some raff. No idea what that is. When I'm done, I make him come, but then he's coming off that cash.
Let me stop you right there. Listeners, you heard Garrett say, I make him come. Feel free to clip that out and loop it, make a song, make a rap, make a Fatboy Slim-esque song that is just that being repeated.
Really mature, Tim. Anyway, this album opened with her emphatically stating that she was never a prostitute.
Yes. Oh.
Right. I know. Sounds like give him some vag, I'm getting a bag, I'll make him come, but then he coming off that cash seems like a pretty straightforward ass for cash situation, or vag, but that bag will be had. I don't know what RAF is. Nobody knows.
That's true.
Maybe
Nobody knows.
Could be a vague could be a veiled reference to the third Ninja Turtle, Raphael.
I hope it's not.
Actually, I guess he's technically the fourth because it's Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, and Raphael.
Either way, don't trade your ass for Ninja Turtles. I don't even know what that means.
Possibly have sex with a Ninja Turtle.
Definitely don't do that. If somebody tells you they're a Ninja Turtle, don't have sex with them. Yeah. Or if you see a gigantic turtle, also don't have sex with him.
No, report it. You know, I'm not one for snitching. I'm no rat. If you see a giant anthropomorphized turtle man, you contact the authorities.
You pull a 6699 immediately.
Oh yeah, turn that thing into the feds. Hope they kill it with fire.
And then we end with an outro consisting of 24 all rights.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Just end it, right?
Yeah.
Track number 4, Bodak Yellow.
If you wanted to, these expensive, these is red bottoms, these is bloody shoes.
This is the good song, I guess.
It's not my favorite.
Definitely not. It's a song about how she was a stripper, but not anymore, and now she has money.
This is really about how much money she has.
It also has a lot of the everybody jealous of me and everybody wants to be me thing, which really drives me crazy. So we talk a lot about the SoundCloud rapists because that's a big part of their music. And the difference, I guess, is that there are probably a number of people that genuinely do want to be Cardi B as opposed to the SoundCloud rapists out there who presumably no one could possibly want to be.
I mean, what's his face? King Rat, 6699. I mean, dude's a millionaire. There's got to be kids who want to be him.
Yeah, but those kids are like Lil Xan.
I was going to say, you can say it, Tim. They're garbage people.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the beat here is unique, right? It's not just a straight rap. There's kind of a weird lilting thing going on, right? I appreciate the variety and that she's not just doing the same thing on every song. She opens with, these expensive. These is red bottom shoes. These is bloody shoes. Hit the store. I can get them both. I don't want to choose. She likes red soled shoes. She was a blood, may still be. They're dripping with the blood of her enemies. Pretty good line.
Neck blood even.
Yeah, probably. I mean, look up that clip. She hits her square in the throat.
Yeah. But this is a very Garrett move, or at least a very Garrett 2020 move. I don't want to choose. I'll just buy two things. The difference is, well, so a lot of times we'll go to a store and we'll see two very nice things. You say, I like both of these things. I'm going to buy them both. And I just know, what a sweet guy. He bought two things because he knows I don't have any money. So when I get home, I'm going to get a present. He bought something for him. He bought himself a pair of bloody shoes. You know what? I get a pair too because that's what a good guy he is. And then I get home and you're just trying to wear two pairs of shoes at the same time just to spite me. That ruins one of the pairs of those shoes.
Absolutely. But I'll be goddamned if you wear my fucking Air Force Ones.
That's fair.
All right. She continues on. And Tim, this line has inspired me. I don't know how it's taken this long. And listeners, I want you to write in. Let us know what you think of this. So Cardi sings, Cardi B, you know where I'm at. You know where I be. You in the club just to party. I'm there. I get paid a fee. How have we not started doing appearances?
Have you not?
Wait, what? Have you been appearing places for money?
Absolutely, Garrett.
Like where?
I do a live version of this podcast in Austin. I did one in Seattle the other day. Atlanta is a fairly frequent. The Fox Theater. I sold that place out 4 times.
Come on.
Yeah.
I've seen multiple concerts at that theater.
Yeah.
You performed our show there alone.
Well, not alone.
You had guests?
Yeah. I got a Garrett.
Somebody said they were me?
No, it was just a different Garrett. It's not lying if the guy's name is actually Garrett.
I mean, people had to have been able to tell.
Oh, I'm probably. Garrett, no one's listening to the show for you. Look at the numbers for your solo casts. I'm so sorry. They were very good.
I don't even know who I'm looking at right now. All right. Well, I'll have you know that I have worked up some official numbers around our new appearance fees. So listeners, write in if you'd like for us to appear. We are $60 an hour each, or you get a deal, $100 an hour for both of us, plus of course travel and expenses. $500 for overnights, and a weekend package is $2,800. You can rent Tim for a solo week for $4K, and I of course am available for $5,500. But I plan the activities, whereas Tim is just going to come over, eat your food, and may or may not speak to you. That's just the deal.
You know, Garrett, I'll do whatever. You want to...
Oh my.
You want to get high and go rock climbing? I'll even let you grease up my shoes for, what was $4,000? That's way more than the Fox Theater paid me. We might have to bleep out Fox Theater.
Now we do. You can't get into particulars. But anyway, folks, if you want to rent us, we are willing to take your money. We'll come hang out,
now,
I guess.
I feel like this is getting much too close to prostitution here.
No. There's no... Boy, you've really gone. You took a huge left turn.
I think I went the natural route.
This is an appearance, Tim. We're just there.
I believe I said I would do whatever.
All right, your thing is clearly a very poorly disguised version of prostitution, and that's fine. We support sex workers on this show.
But I'm not one. To be clear, government and
of course.
My mother who listens to this show now.
Oh no.
Yeah.
In any event, Tim will come fuck you, and I will just appear, not at the same time.
Although,
for money though.
How much was it for the both of us?
For the weekend or for the evening?
Just for the evening. I don't think people are going to want a second round.
It's $500 for an overnight.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. I'm in.
I don't know what you're agreeing to.
Whatever, Garrett. $500 is a lot of money to a guy like me.
All right, well, Tim will do whatever, and I'm just appearing.
Sure. And again, not prostitute shaming Miss B, but my pussy feel like a lake. He want to swim with his face. I'm like, okay, I'll let him get what he want. He buys me Yves Saint
Eve. Eve is fine.
Yves Saint Laurent.
It sounds like she's trading goods for vaginas.
Sure, and maybe that purse comes filled with cash.
And listen, I'm not a woman, so I can't say with 100% confidence what makes a woman feel sexy. But I personally am of the belief, and if I were to be dirty talking with a woman, and she said that her vagina feels like a lake, I don't think I want to go swimming.
Sure, but to make her
cold and large, capable of supporting tubing.
And think about that.
Picnic table adjacent. I don't know. It's just, I don't want a pussy that's like a lake. I don't think. Unless there's aspects of that lake I'm just not considering.
Okay.
Activities.
That's fair. Track number 5. Be careful.
I thought you would've learned a lesson about liking pictures, not returning texts. I guess it's fine.
I like the beat, but it is clearly played on a Circus Calliope.
I was going to say it feels like the intro to one of those Sublime songs we listened to on one of those garbage albums, and I did not like it.
She's not great at singing, but the earnestness of her delivery makes me forgive it.
Yeah.
She could have auto-tuned the shit out of it, and she chose not to.
Yeah, that's always a plus. Even if your voice is bad, it's better than obvious auto-tuning. It gets a little bit emo.
Oh, for sure. We see the sensitive side of Cardi.
And I assume this is a reference to Offset. It seems to be somebody that's cheating on her. She says, poured my heart out to a piece of shit. Man, I thought you would have learned your lesson. About liking pictures, not returning texts. I guess it's fine, man. I get the message. You still stutter after certain questions. You keep in contact with certain exes. She's got guy problems, right?
Yeah, she's got Offset problems. And more importantly, Offset has horrible philandering problems.
Yes, but he's got a worse problem than that, Garrett, because she is a fragile little flower that will fucking murder you. In the chorus.
She will fuck you up.
In the chorus, she says, the only man, baby, I adore. I gave you everything. What's mine is yours. I want you to live your life, of course, but I hope you get what you're dying for. Be careful with me. Do you know what you're doing? Whose feelings you are hurting and bruising? It's not a threat. It's a warning. And she goes on. I mean, there's enough gun talk in this album. Don't cheat on Cardi B. Just be honest.
She is warning him both literally and figuratively to be careful. Don't take her for granted. You may find yourself both without her and your life. Now, I thought this was interesting. She says, I was here before all of this. Guess you acting out now because you got an audience. And it made me wonder, should I be concerned, Tim, that when we are in fact world famous podcasters and musicians, are you going to change in any way?
No, Garrett. Unfortunately for you, I am still going to have no money somehow. I'm still going to sleep less than 3 feet from you. I'm still every night going to reach out with my left hand to gently touch your face to make sure that you're still there.
I'm still breathing, yeah. I know the routine.
Yeah. I will, if you ever get a better bathroom, I will burn it to the ground.
That was on purpose. I knew it.
No, it wasn't. I like the dynamic of only having the one bathroom.
We're bringing this up at the next house meeting. I should probably warn you. I do plan on becoming an unstoppable ego monster feeding on the adulation of strangers.
You already are that, Garrett.
Oh, then I won't change either.
Small scale. To me, it's kind of weird for her to have this song that's presumably about Offset cheating on her while also featuring Offset on this album.
Well, yeah, by this point, she'd forgiven him, but
she'd already recorded them, so... Yeah.
Right. It's good to see even somebody as confident, brash, and sexy as Cardi B. She even says, you even got me tripping. You got me looking in the mirror different, thinking I'm flawed because you inconsistent. Just takes that one person, Tim, that person that you open up to, maybe pop that pussy to, who then cheats on you, betrays you, makes you think that you're less than even a boss bitch like Cardi.
Yeah.
You zone out a little bit right there?
Oh, yeah. I haven't listened to you in 3 songs.
I kind of thought so. Track number 6, Best Life, featuring Chance the Rapper.
Hands had ash like Pompeii. Now they hold cash, won't peak like Dante.
This is a kind of Kanye West song, and I mean that it is a song that is like a Kanye West speech. It's manic. There's a lot of references to how, like, God did a bunch of stuff for you and how you're living your best life, and that's apparently owning a Bentley truck. I want that Bentley truck.
No, you can't have it. It's not even good looking.
No, I know.
Don't buy it. Because we have enough money for a down payment. They'll give you that truck. Do not buy it.
We'll see.
Said I'm living my best life, made a couple M's with my best friends, turned all my L's into lessons. You see that whip pulling up, it's like skirt. Dreams pulling up, I'm like skirt. I don't like the abbreviations being used in this lyric. Made a couple M's, turned my L's into lessons. I mean, I see why you're waffling. I have noticed you doing this a little bit this week. Are you trying it out? Is this a new thing I can expect? You asked me the other day if you were making some tea, wanted to know if I wanted any. I said, of course I don't want tea. 5 minutes later, you walk into the fucking living room with toast. Of course I want toast. I thought you were asking me about goddamn tea. You can't abbreviate toast. How was I supposed to know you meant toast?
This is all true, but
unrelated to this song.
Yeah.
I just call toast tea.
Well, no, I have been trying out some abbreviations, but it's more about me being busy. I don't want to be like Chance the Rapper.
You are not busy.
I keep real busy, Garrett. I'm not just sitting around. I mean, it's all useless nonsense, but it's still stuff. Fills my day.
You do keep busy.
Yeah.
You're always connecting all those safety pins you got on that bulletin board with the red string. What are you doing in there?
I slaved for this, had to talk to God, dropped down and prayed for this. To my surprise, he replied, said, you made for this. God work magic, God work magic, God work magic in my life. This is very like Kanye Westian.
Yeah, I mean, Chance the Rapper's a protege of Kanye. Not shocking that it would have a similar feel. And I will say the better aspects of Kanye. Early Kanye, not... man, that guy needs some help.
Still a bunch of haters, though. They say that's when they came for me on Twitter with the backlash. Hashtag Cardi B is so problematic is the hashtag. Here's the problem. I really love the Twitter and the hashtag talk in these songs because it does make whatever you're saying the least intimidating version possible, right? Like, I am going to murder you, Garrett. That is infinitely more intimidating than hashtag I am going to murder you.
Unless that's how somebody responds to every tweet you put out.
Oh, candlestick maker. Do not do that.
Don't even call him out. Or, I mean, Tim, at this point, let's be honest. There are many, many people now writing into the show claiming to be the serial killer known exclusively as the candlestick maker. And I gotta say, I believe every one of them.
Yeah. It's weird.
Don't let our laughter confuse you folks. We're terrified. They've made very specific references to where we live. It's inappropriate, and we are seeking the authorities.
Typically, to have a copycat serial killer, you have to actually have the original serial killer, and unfortunately, we skipped one of those steps. So now there's
Tim, could we be held liable for this?
I don't think so.
Could the album that the Candlestick Maker is based upon possibly be held liable?
Oh, absolutely. This is Dashboard Confessional's fault.
Man, if we could take that band down a couple of notches by linking them to a couple of 1-2 serial killings, I'm not saying go out and kill anyone, Candlestick Makers. I'm just saying, if you're gonna...
Leave a copy of that album at every crime scene.
But, it's important that you follow the steps in case your victim in a man-sized or woman, we're equal opportunity on this show, giant candle, maybe some, I don't know, holly or pine cones in there, whatever. I'm not a candlestick killer, and set that thing on fire.
But don't do this.
No, God, no.
That's the official recommendation of the show.
We're anti-serial killing. Please, no Andre, G like Venchi, reach like Bron James, pep talk from Beyonce. Can we just call Beyonce from now on?
Sure. What if she's stealing the B from Beyonce, right? She is...
No.
As Cardi B, she is taking the B from Beyonce, leaving her only with Beyonce.
Interesting. I wonder if her friends call her Beyonce.
I would assume they'd call her B.
I don't know.
Or Beyond?
No one would call her that. I said I never had a problem showing y'all the real me. Hair when it's fucked up, crib when it's filthy. Way before the deal me, strip to pay the bills me. Before I fix my teeth, man, those comments used to kill me. She used to have fucked up teeth. Tim, I will say I've seen many, many photos now, having seen the dossier this week, of young Cardi B not done up, and she does not even sort of look like the same person.
No, not at
she's
all.
Unrecognizable.
But they're from recent.
Absolutely.
Pictures,
It's just she doesn't have her weave in. She doesn't have 8 pounds of makeup. She doesn't have the fucking booty shorts and the crazy Fendi whatever blah blah blah. She's just walking around at the farmer's market. Honestly, looks like a woman I wouldn't even glance at twice.
That makes sense. Went from small ass apartments to walking red carpets, pissy elevators, now every dress is tailored. This some real life fairy tale Binderella shit. I don't care for that.
Yeah, I don't either.
Stop switching C's and B's.
I will say, she is speaking from a perspective of authenticity. You and I have lived in a whole range of apartments in our lives, and
always together.
When we have lived in not so nice apartments, for whatever reason, people like to piss in those elevators.
Here's the problem, though. In nice buildings, people also like to piss in the elevators.
I've only had to deal with that once when I used to live in a very nice apartment in downtown Dallas. And it was 2009 during the last time the entire economy collapsed. Some of our younger listeners may not remember, but everybody moved out and they started lowering rents just to keep occupancy up. And all of a sudden, people started pulling the fire alarm and pissing in the elevator.
As a poor person, I do not like your characterization of us.
I'm talking about elevator pissers.
Yes.
We're adding that to the list.
Remember my hands had ash like Pompeii, now they hold cash, won't peak like Dante. That's, of course, a reference to the 1997 Pierce Brosnan film.
The only thing I remember about that movie is the lady that plays the grandma has to get into a lake of acid and pull a boat across, and then they're like, Grandma! And they pull her out and she's all burned and dies.
I think it'd be much funnier if they pulled her out and everything that was under the acid or whatever was just gone.
I think it'd be better if it was bones, like hips down.
Track number 7, I Like It, with Bad Bunny and J Balvin.
I put rocks all in my watch. I like texts from my exes when they want a second chance.
This starts off with her singing over a sample of Pete Rodriguez's I Like It Like That.
Yep.
Except it's maybe not an actual sample. I tried to get confirmation of this. I think they just replay it as close as possible as they can to the original without having to pay his estate.
Oh yeah. No, I'm sure he's getting money. But
not the full amount that he would get if they just played his song.
Yeah, they're definitely not playing the song. It's a cover, for lack of a better word.
It's a remix.
I don't think so. Now, Tim, let's talk a little bit about all the fun people that are in here. We have Puerto Rican rapper Bad Bunny and Colombian reggaeton star J Balvin.
Sure.
Most of this song is not in English.
Yep. Didn't bother to translate a word of it.
I started to and realized, don't care.
Yep. There's some weird stuff in here, though. The original version is about liking the music, feeling the groove, as you often say. Sorry. Feeling the groove thing.
Correct.
Yeah.
THAANG.
Right. This seems to be about how she likes money and shiny. She says,
yeah.
I like dollars, I like diamonds, I like strutting, I like shining, I like $1 million deals. Where's my pen? Bitch, I'm signing. I like those Balenciagas. The ones
Balenciagas.
Yeah, that's what I said. The ones that look like socks. I like going to the jeweler. I put rocks all in my watch. Cha-ching.
I had to look it up. In full disclosure, I didn't know what Balenciagas were either. Turns out, Tim,
Balenciagas.
Flawless. There's a whole level of clothing that I was not aware of at all. And to be completely honest, I think they look like shit. The Balenciagas that look like socks, they start at like $600. They are really stupid.
Yeah, well, I mean, Kanye West's shoes.
Yeah, I never understood Yeezys. They look like old man orthopedic shoes.
They do, yeah. The ones that are like pure white, they always to me look like they're some sort of
orderly.
Yeah.
What else is in here? Oh, this is great. Hop out the stew, jump in the coop, Big Dipper on the top of the roof, flexing on bitches as hard as I can, eating halal, driving the lamb. Couple interesting things there. First of which, I learned that this car, where she says Big Dipper on the top of the roof, there's I don't even remember who makes it. Let's say Rolls-Royce, where the inside, the roof projects stars.
Huh.
Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know why anyone would need it. It's kind of tacky. It is kind of tacky. Now, the more interesting part of the line I read is eating halal, driving the lamb. Huh?
I think it's pretty clever, to be honest with you.
We all know what halal means. It means that the food is been prepared and blessed in a way that is in accordance with Islamic religious law.
Right. It's Muslim kosher.
Perfect. Not insensitive in the least. She just likes Mediterranean food.
Well, I think she's using lamb for Lamborghini, but she's also relating that back to halal. I think it's wordplay. Let me plug something here real quick. Hummus. It's delicious. If you don't like hummus, you're a bad person.
Wow. No, that's about right. Diamond District in the chain. I said I like it like that. Certified, you know I'm gang. In case anyone forgot, she is part of a gang, and you should not fuck with her.
Right, because the next line is drop the top and blow the brains. And I don't know if that's a blowjob reference or shooting somebody in the head.
I think it's a blowjob reference. I think that drop the top and blow the brains is giving brain, because the next line is, oh, he's so handsome. What's his name? Oh, I need the dollars, cha-chang. Beat it up like a piñata. Tell the driver, close the curtains.
Might be a prostitute.
Sounds like she's getting that pussy beat up for money. Her words.
Well, her words in the future. We'll get there.
I would never say it like that.
Yeah.
Well, she said beat it up like piñatas.
Oh, that's true.
Then we get some Bad Bunny rapping in Spanish. That's cool. And then J Balvin raps.
Also
great
in Spanish.
Mixer. Allegedly. Tough to know. And then the song ends, right?
Track number 8, Ring, featuring Kelani. The very first notes of this song weirdly remind me of the Beatles because.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kalani comes on to say, ring, 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 ring.
To sum it up, folks, why don't you call me anymore?
Sort of. It's, why don't you call me anymore? I might murder you.
Well, sure.
It's a pretty adorable song about her insecurities juxtaposed on insane rapist braggadocio and then threats of violence. Should I call first? I can't decide. I want to, but a bitch got pride. The switching up shit is what I can't fuck with. I'm feeling you, but you hard to get in touch with. You ain't hit me up in a while. But then it goes on. You don't want this gun smoke. Learn to text with your nose if your thumb broke. I don't care if we get into it and I stall on your ass. Better still wake up to missed calls from your ass.
No, she'll kill you if you don't call her back.
Right. Or at least break your thumbs.
I thought she was just saying, even if your thumbs are broken, you better still text.
How'd those thumbs get broken, Garrett?
Probably acting out. Not meeting expectations.
Yes.
The chorus is something along the lines of, you don't hit my line no more, you don't make it ring, 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 ring. Help me out with this one, Tim. And no, it don't go to my head. I'm only arrogant in bed. I just love to know you want to spend time with me instead. Isn't arrogance basically implying that you have like an overinflated sense of self?
Yeah, I think it's a misunderstanding of what the word means. This is Kalani, I believe, right?
Sure.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I
let's
think
say
so.
it is.
She's saying, I'm insecure elsewhere, I'm arrogant in bed. I think what she wants to say is, I'm only confident in bed.
That makes more sense.
That's not the right word.
Let's chalk it up to the wrong word. Track number 9, Money Bag.
77 money bags.
So many money bags. This song is mostly about how much money she has and how she would like to spend that money. Of course, she also has to call out the people that are talking shit about her, general rap themes.
Also on the lines of general rap themes, Tramp's jumping on my dick. That's why they call it trampoline. She's a lady, right?
Yeah, metaphorical dick.
Oh, okay.
I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is Sweet Pussy Saturday. That's just what Ply say. This is, of course, a reference to Ply, the rapper, and some sort of Sweet Pussy Saturday, something, something. Who cares, right? I don't really know what you do on Sweet Pussy Saturday, but I want to.
Let's give it a try this Saturday.
You were not invited. I like this line. He can tell from the front I got ass behind me, and I parked my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway. Skirt. I really spent too much time this week trying to find out if there was such a thing as a Versace driveway. Happy to report, Versace company does not sell driveways.
Not to you.
Not to anyone.
Maybe to her. I was more hung up on the line, he can tell from the front I got ass behind me.
I assume she's got curvy hips.
I think she has that thing where she has the really tiny legs and the gigantic ass because ass meat has been added to her ass.
Well, she did admit that she did get some ass injections at a young age. I think she also probably had a bit of an ass and then added to that ass. And now she's had kids, right? Or a kid?
At least one, yeah. Not a universal positive.
What do you mean?
Well, I think it's a universal positive in the hip-hoppery community, but I don't think in society at large, having an ass that you can see from the front is not necessarily a good thing.
I don't know if you can see the ass from the front.
I think you can.
That's a huge ass or a very skinny girl.
Because otherwise, that's just a universal truth. I can tell from the front that people have an ass behind them.
No, you don't know that.
Garrett, have you seen somebody walk without an ass?
I've seen a man without an asshole.
Track number 10, Bartier Cardi, featuring 21 Savage. Her name is said 59 times in the lyrics of this song, 66 times if you're counting Barty.
Which we shouldn't.
Okay.
Barty and a Rari, diamonds all over my body. It shouldn't matter, but I really fucking hate the letter switching.
Yeah, I agree. Cardi took your man, you upset. Cardi got rich, they upset. Yeah, Cardi got the pussy on Offset. Cardi A, Cardi B. I hate this. I hate this song, Garrett. I hate it so much.
It's not good. It's a really bad song. Let's touch on a few more things and we'll get right the hell out of it. Who that on fleek in the cut? Who got the bricks in the truck? Did she at any point traffic in kilograms of drugs?
I don't think so. I think this is braggadocio. Or
let me hit you.
Or hold on. Or to put it in a way that Cardi would understand, craggadocio.
I will be cutting all of this. Worst line in the album, Tim. You ready?
Sure.
Them diamonds gonna hit like a bitch on a bitchy ass bitch wanna be a Cardi.
Let me tell you what my notes for that line. Bitch, bitchy, bitch, well done.
You know, I have very different standards.
Oh, no, sorry. That was sarcastic.
How do you know when your notes are sarcastic?
I put them in italics, so I'll remember. 21 Savage jumps into this to be just truly weird.
How so?
High-end cars and fashion. I don't eat pussy, I'm fastin'. On God, I'm a blood, my brother crippin'. Bitch, I'm drippin', ho, you trippin'. Told the waitress, I ain't tippin'. I like hot sauce on my chicken. I pulled the rubber off, and I put hot sauce on her titties. 21. I'm in a Bentley truck, she keeps sucking like it's tinted.
Boy, I gotta tell you, if that's his Tinder profile, nobody is swiping right on that thing. All right, let me get this straight. You don't tip waitresses. You are anti-oral sex. You're super into God, I think, but you want me to blow you in your poorly tinted truck?
Yes, you're forgetting the most important part. He would like to introduce hot sauce into the lovemaking.
Guys, I gotta
Condomless,
say,
into the condomless lovemaking.
in 3 different situations in my life, I have accidentally covered my genitals in hot sauce. And
Hold on. In
what?
3 different situations, you have accidentally done this, but you've done this 4 times.
Uh-huh. I don't see what that has to do with anything.
Fair enough. Carry on.
In 3 different occasions, I've accidentally done this, and I gotta say, it's not sexy. Don't do it.
No, that will burn permanently. Is it permanent?
No.
Okay. Have at it then, kids.
Depends on how hot. No, what? No. Don't. External use. No, don't put hot sauce on your genitals, Tim.
Absolutely not.
How dare you walk me down that path?
And here's the thing about genitals. Oftentimes, what starts out as external becomes internal for at least one of the people involved in the sexual act, so just don't do it.
Right.
On that note, track number 11, She Bad with YG.
We blowing pussy balls, suck his dick through his jaws, hit the balls just because, little bitch, I
Worst chorus of the album?
Well, I don't want to spoil my first note here, Tim, but let me read verbatim. The chorus is probably the worst on the album, and possibly worse than
Let's read it real quick. Dat ass, 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 dat ass. She bad, 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 she bad. Gucci bag, Gucci bag, Gucci bag, Fendi bag, Prada bag, Louis bag, Gucci bag, Gucci bag, Birkin bag, she in the bag, she drip, she swag, never mad, she glad, Louis bag, she in the bag.
It sounds like a child song if it wasn't about, being a badass bitch and designer handbags. I think it's such an odd juxtaposition because it's not just with women whom I associate. Maybe I'm just a misogynist. For the most part, I associate women being slightly more interested in fashion, more specifically handbags. But the male rap community, which is very interested in me knowing how dangerous they are also way too consumed with designer handbags.
I think they like expensive things.
Rapists?
Yes.
Just anything nice.
Yeah, the rapist community, yeah.
Weird. I don't understand the rapist community. This may prevent us from having a hit rap album.
Well, country rap, we're fine. You can get a
Yeah,
Chevy.
you're
A
right.
Chevy truck's not,
Yeah, I mean, it's a $90,000 vehicle, but
Yeah.
nobody knows that.
Damn, Daddy, you fine as hell. I hope your wallet got condoms in it. I'm a boss in a skirt. I'm a dog. I'm a flirt. Write a verse while I twerk. I wear off-white at church. Probably make the preacher sweat. Read the Bible. Jesus wept. Gave it to him so good that his eyes rolled back. Shorty said it's all hers. Why her thighs don't match.
All right, well, you covered a lot there. It was like half the song.
Yep. I want to keep moving.
I think I just heard the first daddy on a rap album, Tim.
Yep. But here's
Somehow
the thing.
it works better for me.
It's better because a lady says it. It's never acceptable. Never. Under no circumstances is it acceptable. However,
Well, one circumstance, scientific research.
oh, of course. But it's still less off-putting to hear a woman say it than to hear Toby Keith say, I'd like you to call me daddy, Garrett.
He doesn't say that, Tim.
Oh, he says that. Well, no,
No.
it's implied. You're right.
Well, no, he overtly says, you will be referring to me as daddy.
Sure. Yeah, okay. Details.
When the mask goes on and I've zipped the eyes, you will refer to me only as daddy.
Verse 2. Jesus Christ. Leave long, pussy bald. Suck his dick through his drawers. Lick the balls just because, little bitch, I evolved. I'm a monster. Mouth open wide like the opera. Face down, ass up, I got perfect posture. Woo. It's lit like a lamp. Lick you like a stamp. Yeah. Beat this pussy up. Yeah. I take it like a champ. Woo. Now, I mention those lines mostly to say to my mother and my sister, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This is what I've become.
Listeners, feel free to sample any of the lyrics Tim just read in great detail. Auto-tune it, set it to a beat. Let everyone know that he'll lick the balls just because he's a little bitch he evolved.
Absolutely. We have not said after dark here.
In weeks.
Yeah, but specifically on this episode, Garrett, we have been after darking for like an hour now.
That's true. We probably should have opened it up top. Anyway, I need Chrissy Teigen. Know a bad bitch when I see one. Tell Riri I need a threesome. So that's, I don't know, maybe the sexiest threesome ever?
Not a bad threesome.
Yeah, Rihanna, Chrissy Teigen, and Cardi B. Now, Tim, I think this is a threesome that could be fraught with problems. You're dealing with 3 A personalities. You got 3 divas. You got 3 people that are used to being the star of the show. How are you dividing up responsibilities? Is it natural? Does it just go with your instinct? I feel like there's going to be a lot of women in that group that expect to be catered to.
Well, I think they're all catering to each other. There's 3 women in this scenario, right?
Sure. Well, you seem to be envisioning a very specific thing.
Well, no, it's a threesome. There's 3 people named. I assume no one else is invited.
Of course. But, Tim, you can only do certain sexual things at the same time. I got to imagine somebody's maybe the focal point and then they move on or rotate. But I could see them being very disinterested in doing the heavy lifting, so to speak, being people of A-list celebrity and all.
That's okay. Not what I thought you were going to say, but I'm glad that's what you said.
Of course. You don't see that there'd be a conflict of egos here?
Oh, absolutely, Garrett. These people, these women, these fine women would be fighting constantly.
Well, I mean, let's break it down. We know who's in charge.
Beyonce.
No, what? Beyonce's not even in the mix. Tim,
Right,
you're
Garrett.
on a totally different page.
No, Garrett. Beyonce's always in charge.
Sure, but I'm talking in a bed filled with Cardi B, Rihanna, and Chrissy Teigen. Cardi B's in charge.
I think Rihanna, well, no. Cardi B seems like the dominant personality. I don't really know that much about Chrissy Teigen other than she married John Legend. So I assume she is the gamma. So I assume that it goes Cardi B, Rihanna, Chrissy Teigen.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Cardi's telling everybody what to do, and then...
They're doing it.
Yeah, interesting. Anyway, she bad, in the bag, move slow, hit it fast. She ride me till I crash, 400 minutes, I last. Listeners, that's over 6.5 hours of an erection. If you have an erection lasting longer than 4 hours, go to the hospital immediately. Otherwise, you risk losing your penis.
Absolutely. Now, here's the problem. That hospital visit is going to involve a gigantic needle. And I know that's going to scare a lot of people away. Garrett, they deserve to know. Here's the problem. It's going to involve a needle, and that's really scary. But the alternative is losing that wiener.
The alternative?
Wiener necrosis is the legitimate medical term for that. You don't want that.
Wiener necrosis is real, people. And, important, don't try to drain that thing at home.
Oh, God.
You're not equipped.
Yeah. You don't
Even
have
if
a big
it's just
enough
a
needle.
tiny cut. Were you going to say you don't have a big enough needle?
Yeah.
Track number 12, Through Your Phone.
Went to your phone last night. Saw some things I didn't.
This Offset, he's some cheating bastard, Tim.
Oh, he sure is. He sure is. I mean, this song is just calling him out on it, and it's awkward that he's on the album.
A little bit.
Super
It's a
uncomfortable.
weird choice. Now, I do love the way this song opens. Look, I just want to break up all your shit. Call your mom a phone. Let her know that she raised a bitch. The dial tone click. The idea of breaking up with somebody and calling their mom to let them know that they're a son of a bitch seems insane. And then the more I thought about it,
Not that they're a son of a bitch, Garrett, that they're a little bitch.
apologies, little bitch. Like, the more I thought about that, the idea, if I were to break up with a woman whom my mom really liked, and then that woman called and said, hey, I'm breaking up with your son because he keeps cheating on me like a fucking bastard. Excuse me, little bitch. That would create a whole storm of shit for me that I would deeply, deeply resent that woman for creating. So, you know, what seems a little silly on the surface is a brilliant tactical move to make the other person completely suffer.
Absolutely. Let me throw another one of those at you. And you can tell your little bitch I screenshotted all her naked pics. Oh, you want to send nudes to my man? Wake up and see your boobs on the gram. Little bitch, I cannot stand you. Right hand to Jesus. I might just cut all the tongues out your sneakers. It's such a weird threat that I would have never thought of. But Garrett, this is like a magic trick. Look down at your shoes.
You fucking asshole.
You didn't even see me doing it.
Did you do it to all my shoes or just these?
Yeah, all of them, Garrett.
I'm going to fuck you up.
No, you're not. You're going to respect what I just did.
Two things. I respect it. Well done. And I'm going to fuck you up.
Oh,
That's
God.
like $400 worth of shoes. I don't have a lot of shoes.
I'll buy you new shoes, all right?
With my money. It's
All right.
just me buying shoes.
All right, you got me on that one. That's fair. Anyway, the idea of cutting the tongues out of somebody's shoes is hilarious, as you have just heard.
I mean, guys, It's pretty funny.
Yeah, it is worth the face punching I'm going to receive the second I fall asleep tonight.
I'm going to punch that sleeping face. The cutting the tongue out of the shoes is interesting because she clearly has some sort of shoe revenge inspiration. Because the next lines after the cutting the tongues out of the sneakers, you son of a bitch, is smash your TV from Best Buy, you gonna turn me into Left Eye. Tim, you know what Left Eye did?
Nope.
So I think her name is Lisa Left Eye Lopez, maybe. We'll say Left Eye for the sake of brevity, from TLC. She famously burned down her boyfriend's house in 1994 because she found out he was cheating on her, and so she took all of his shoes, put them in the bathtub, and set them on fire. Her defense in 1999's VH1 Behind the Music as to why she thought that was a good idea was that she'd done it once before, and while it did in fact ruin the bathtub, it stayed contained and didn't burn down a mansion.
It's a strong move.
All right, Tim, I have a relationship question for you.
Oh, I love these.
Yep. Cardi says, I don't want to hear about invasion of privacy in reference to the fact that she went creeping on his phone to see him bragging and getting nudes from various ladies. If you're in a monogamous, intimate relationship with another person, is it an invasion of privacy to look at that other person's phone?
I think it can be.
Interesting.
It can be. So here's the thing. If you find those pictures, you're definitely in the right. If you don't find them, you're definitely in the wrong.
Wow, you're 100% right. I really like the way you're looking at this.
Yeah.
Now, I think that there is an exception. If a girlfriend, in my case, picks up a phone and she's like, oh, I want to check the weather or the mail or a link that I sent her and she's going to go into my text messages to find it. I don't give a shit. Take my phone. And in fact, personally, you can read every text in there. You're going to be horrified.
I agree completely, but I'm saying that it, like if you would think that it was an invasion of privacy, so like, because I don't care. I don't have anything on my phone. That being said, let's say you're dating somebody for a month.
Ooh.
And you go to the bathroom and you come back to see them checking your phone.
No, that's not okay.
Completely in the right to be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
However, same situation, let's say the background of your phone, instead of being Ron Swanson, was like your ex-girlfriend nude.
Ooh. Yeah, popping her pussy.
Oh, God. Well, okay, we'll say that. She's in the right then to check your phone because you had something on it. So I think it all depends on if something is found or not, or if there is something to find, I guess.
Wow. Yeah, complicated issue.
Yeah.
Time is a big factor. I think across the board, 1 month, too soon.
Yeah, but it also depends. I mean, like, I just don't care.
Yeah, me personally, I don't care. You can look at anything you want.
Yeah, anything except for the yellow shoebox. That's where I draw the line.
Which we never open.
Track number 13, I Do, featuring SZA.
Pussy so good, I said my own name during sex. I might smack a bitch cause I felt like it.
Slow down carousel music?
Yeah, the way
Welcome to a Freddy Krueger nightmare.
Oh, so the way I called it, I said before the dumbass producer tag gets shouted over this, it sounded like a Billie Eilish scoring a Nightmare on Elm Street reboot. I kind of liked it.
Yeah, there you go. Very heavy bass on this song.
Yeah. Murder.
I'm gonna say, Tim, I love to encourage you to sing, but they do it better.
No, well, now I'm feeling self-conscious.
We'll try it later when we do our mirror work.
Okay.
Basically, this song is I do what I want.
Yes, every time I heard the chorus, I do what I like, I do. Every time I thought of Cartman.
Yeah.
I do what I want.
Whatever. I do what I want. Now I'm a boss. I write my own name on the checks. Pussy so good, I say my own name during sex. I like that she's self-made, and I like that for once we've got somebody that's owning their sexuality that isn't a dude.
Yeah, also hilarious.
Yeah, if you started moaning your own name during sex, listeners, write in. Start saying your own name during sex. And when your significant partner asks, what's up? Be like, oh, no, I'm just killing it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm just really into what I'm doing.
Yeah, please do. That'd be fascinating. The other thing that is brought up in the lines you read, now I'm a boss. And I think that's sort of in the metaphorical, like I'm a boss sense, but also kind of in a literal sense too, right? Like she has a company, she has employees.
Yeah.
If this album is to be believed, possibly close to 100 people. This is a hostile work environment, right? Like I have worked for a lot of terrible places. Or at a lot of terrible places. Never once has my boss yelled at me about his or her genitals for 48 minutes straight.
Well, you don't know what the workplace environment's like, Tim. She might be a lovely woman.
Oh, you don't? Okay. I was picturing just like a Enron or Martin Shkreli hedge fund situation with talk about racks and stacks and Raris and pussies and etc.
Oh, I mean, you're going to hear about the Raris and maybe even some racks. And honestly, I'll sit quietly if she wants to talk to me about her pussy. I have no problem with that.
I just want to share in the Molly.
I don't know if they're popping Molly.
Yeah, she repeatedly says she's popping Molly in this song. Or in this album.
Okay, I'll have to take your word for it.
Yeah.
What's a bed bully? I'm a gangster in a dress. I'm a bully in the bed. Only time that I'm a lady when I lay these hoes to rest.
I think top. She's a top.
Sounds good to me. She does like to make men earn it, and she is not scared to tease them. She says, I say what I want. I ain't never been timid. Only real shit comes out my mouth, and only real fellas go in it. I changed a word there. You can probably guess which one.
Yeah.
Leave his texts on red, leave his balls on blue, put it on airplane mode so none of them calls get through. That would drive me crazy. Cardi knows exactly how to reel them in. You know, Tim, thank God we've probably talked about this before, but you and I, or at least I will speak for myself, so lucky that nudes were not really a thing when I was a young man.
Oh, I'm not lucky.
What do you mean?
Well, one,
Don't you dare.
There were cameras then. You just take a bunch of pictures and they don't come out with once you get stuff developed. So who has those nudes?
Well, you just lost the camera?
No. I took the film in. I got the rest of my pictures back. Just the nudes.
Oh, God. Who are you taking nudes for? Don't say me.
For myself.
Oh, my God.
You got to monitor. It doesn't matter. The
Doing
point
a mole
is,
check?
Let's move on. Let's be done.
Great. Tim, how did this do?
It sold over 3 million copies in the US alone. It hit number 1 in the US and Canada. It hit number 6 on the Danish hit list, and number 7 on the Dutch mega charts, number 2 on the Estonian Sticky Express, number 5 on the Icelandic tone list, and number 7 on the Swedish Svergetop list. And bonus one, number 20 on the Swiss Schweizer hit parade. So Northern Europeans are listening to this. They're listening to Pussy Poppin' Raps. It was the 38th best-selling album of the 2010s. So of albums released between 2010 and 2020, only 37 albums sold better, despite the fact that this was released a year and a half before the close of that decade.
Good Lord.
Yeah. It was certified by Billboard as the number 1 female-led rap album of the decade. She also became the first female rappist to win a Grammy for Best Rap Album with this record, so it did pretty well.
Fuck, that must piss off Nicki Minaj.
Yes.
Oh, another terrifying woman.
Which
Mostly
one's more terrifying?
Cardi.
Okay, I agree.
Yeah, she's got gang affiliations. Tim, what do people think of it?
Well, Garrett, we have, for the first time in quite a while, an official Robert Christgau review.
Hot damn, it's about time. God, it's been forever, folks. Here's the 10-second version. Robert Christgau is an absolutely insane rock critic of the last 60 plus years. His reviews almost never have anything to do with the album, and even more importantly, what he thinks of the album is almost impossible to discern from the words he uses to describe it. So Tim's going to read the review, and I'm going to attempt to guess what Robert Christgau thought of it.
Absolutely, and here is the Robert Christgau jingle by Brett Peterzak. The review. Because she's smart enough to know the difference between a mixtape and an album, she earns the right to treat this official debut as the one that counts. No filler, no throwaways, no writing her smash, no withholding her smash either. Musically and lyrically, every track is thought through, with debts called in and incurred. The New York accent she's right to lean on is so blunt that she's not a truly fluent rhymer, so she does well to put in Chance's flow, Migos' trickeration, And lyrically, her aim is true. Write a verse while I twerk. I wear off-white in church. Tell it, sister. Only thing fake is the boobs. Cha-ching. Pussy so good I say my own name during sex. Cardi. Garrett.
He's like 78.
What did Robert Christgau think of this album? And it's
What's my scale?
Letter grade.
Oh, the letter grades are so much harder. Robert Christgau gave this album an A.
Robert Christgau gave this album an A.
Yes.
Cardi.
I am in the mind of a crazy person.
Yes, you are.
Any Amazon reviews, Tim?
We have 540 reviews, 4.8 out of 5 stars on average, 88% 5 star, 2% 1 star. The first one I wrote down was by Jessie Marie Davenport. She says, changed my mind much, Carly B. You knocked me on my... I said Carly B, that's what she wrote. You knocked me on my keister with Get Up 10. I just wanted to hear what all the hype was about. Frankly, I wasn't impressed much. I had to learn there's a new sheriff in town. She is a woman, she is raw, she is hardcore, and frankly, my dears, she doesn't give a fuck. Let them cringe. They gotta learn. 5 out of 5 stars, and then there were numerous commenters that left little notes to Miss Davenport that it is Cardi B, not Carly B.
That's good use of their time.
Sue55, who is 55 years old, wrote God rap music. Excellent music, but too many expletives for my age. 5 out of 5 stars.
Does she change her Amazon username every year?
I don't know. I looked it up, though. She's 55.
What do you mean you looked it up?
You can look up their profiles. And, well,
Really?
okay, so I can't say for 100% sure. She joined the year that she wrote that review.
Okay, that's fair.
There is one by Ray is Blessed, who wrote, I love it. Had to get the clean version, though, because the original way is too much and unnecessary. 5 out of 5 stars.
What in the fuck does the clean version sound like?
Insert a beep here. That.
For 13 tracks.
Yeah. Terrence Brown wrote, my wife liked it, so... This is truly a woman's album, not unisex. My wife liked it, so 3 out of 5 stars.
That man is in a loveless marriage. That was a cry for help.
One more by a viewer. The title of this review is Parents.
Oh, I thought you meant a viewer.
Oh, yeah. That's his Amazon name.
Wait, a viewer of our show?
No, this is Amazon name, is a viewer.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant a viewer.
Yes, I do. A viewer wrote this. Anyway.
Continue.
The title is Parents, Beware of What Your Children Are Listening to. Horrible. Listened out of curiosity to see what entices the young people of today. Disgusting filth. Parents, please monitor your children's music. This stuff is truly diabolical. 1 out of 5 stars.
Diabolical.
Diabolical.
Never once used that for real in my entire life. Someday. Who's this for?
Robert Christgau.
Apparently, right?
78-year-old Robert Christgau.
God damn. I guess that brings us to final thoughts. What have we not said about this?
Nothing.
Yeah, I mean, we've really picked it apart. There's more fluff in here than I realized, and it is more repetitive than I realized, but I do appreciate the variety in the styles and the fact that her rapping and her voice, more specifically, is the focal point of the song. I don't have to struggle to hear what she's talking about.
Sure. Let me ask the titular question, Garrett. Did we get you there? Did you hate this album?
No, sir. I do not hate it. I just didn't get there. I fell well short.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Let me ask you this, or let me preface it with this and ask again. This album inspired the loss of all the tongues from your shoes. Did we get you there this week?
I hate you.
Oh, okay. Well, that's okay.
If every song on here was like Barty and Arari, whatever that was, if they were all like that, I would hate it. I really don't like that song. And I think Bodak Yellow might be the second worst.
Yeah.
Tim, do you hate this album?
I don't think so either. I think I hate about 70% of the songs on this album, but I have to compare it to the rap we've been listening to recently, and it's just not that bad. I think that it shares a lot of similarities with SoundCloud rap, but it's so much better produced, and it's kind of nice to not be hearing a guy shout about his dick. There's a lot of stuff I don't like. I will smash your iPod if you ever put this on again. I don't ever want to listen to this again, but I don't think I can hate this.
Do you think this is better or worse than Kanye West's Pablo whatever?
Dude, I don't even remember.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see what I think of that now.
I think this is worse than that because I remember Kanye was at least more varied. Like, it was crazy. Yeah. There was a lot of nonsense on that, but like every song wasn't singing about his Raris and his stacks and et cetera, et cetera. Like, there was a song about how he loved the old Kanye, but not everyone loves the old Kanye. Some people like the new Kanye. The new Kanye is not crazy. Kanye.
And don't bleach those assholes if I'm going to be fucking you with my shirt on.
Yeah.
Fuck up my shirt.
And that's fun. Let's listen to another Kanye album.
And that's reaching from life experience.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, so the point is, no, I don't hate it.
I think you could have turned this into a fairly unimpeachable EP.
Yeah, but you would have had to combine some songs. You keep that first rags to riches story, the Get Up 10, and you get rid of every other song, or at least every other part of every other song that has that exact same thing in it.
Yes.
That's
and then
step one.
You nix one of the He's Cheating on Me stories or songs, combine it down into one song.
Sure. Maybe get rid of the song that Offset's on.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, I think a really good producer that has the final say in the studio, I think could have done it. If you're just letting Cardi B do whatever she wants, you're just getting a bunch of talk about racks and stacks and Raris and Bentley trucks. Speaking of Bentley trucks, Garrett.
Don't you dare buy that truck.
All right.
I'll get you some Balenciagas.
Okay.
I think that's going to do it for us, folks. As always, please rate, review, subscribe. If you can, if you're on iTunes, throw the 5 stars up there. Get weird with those reviews. We love to read them, and we keep collecting them, and we'll read them all on one of the prepisodes coming up. That'll be lots of fun. You can also go to heypod.com and click on Contact Us in the upper left-hand corner if you'd like to reach out to us. And God, we want you to. We've got several experiments and research going on at the time about daddies and moaning your own name during intercourse, all sorts of fun things you could tell us about. You could also just reach out to us by emailing us directly at hatepodmail@gmail.com and send us your weird art, your remixes. Take the lyrics we've been reading, set them to an auto-tune, a fresh new beat. See if you can do better than the artists themselves. We think you can. You can also reach out to us by getting on Twitter, and we're at Album HatePod, or on Instagram, we're at HatePod. Love to hear from you there. We got Discord servers, we got Reddit pages, we've got we're on Spotify. We're everywhere, guys. If you want to reach out to us, we're not hard to find, and God damn it, we want to hear from you. Tim, did I leave anything out?
Thanks to Greg Newman for the new outro song. Thanks to Cephas for the intro song. Thanks to Sam Mastrati for the new album artwork. Thanks to People Dan for making the Discord and Reddit pages, where again, it seems like there's some low-key plotting against us, but please don't.
We are monitoring these channels.
Yes, exactly.
Do not plot against us. For Why I Hate This Album, I have been one of your hosts, Garrett Harvey.
I have been Timmy B, and for those of you that will get this, praise be to Tom, all hail.
Rimothy Titcherson.
There's cowboys running through my dreams. Nothing's quite the way it seems. Well, I joined the Navy. I got kicked out in a week. My facial features aren't distinct. I try to find some meaning in these songs. The genius is a genius, got it wrong. Well, it's a lobster murder sex thing, the bleaching of her hair, full of salt on both your ears. The riffs are too repetitive, the lyrics make no sense. All the songs are B-sides, the cover art's a mess. There's so much here to tear apart. Listen to it for a week, now the week has passed. It's the Why I Hate This Album podcast. Tim and Garrett.